watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us on this Tuesday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile in for Annalisa Gale. We have new details this afternoon. The Virginia Department of Health is investigating after people reported getting sick after visiting and swimming in Lake Anna after Memorial Day weekend.
The department says at least 20 cases of gestational illness, even E. coli, have been reported. Several children are in the hospital, and that is where we find DC News Now's Randy Bass by the lakeside in Spotsylvania County with the latest this afternoon. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Mark, Tosin. Yeah, some people are still in the water this afternoon, even after hearing some of those reports. Though the good news is Virginia Department of Health says the water levels are testing within normal range right now. Some parents and grandparents we talked to, those said they are keeping their kids out of the water, advisory or no advisory. The Virginia Department of Health also telling us that there are tests underway right now and through the rest of the week just to be safe. People we talked to today said they were camping, hiking, fishing, just about everything else other than going into the water. But as you see here, there are certainly some people who are getting in regardless. People we talked to say that they had heard the reports of kids getting sick after swimming here in the lake over Memorial Day. And even with the water levels testing normal right now, they said they were staying away. Some locals we talked to said they were surprised to see anybody in the water today at all, especially with the reports circulating around. And it's been a big buzz here on social media here in the Lake Anna community. They tell us there's usually hundreds of kids swimming in this area as opposed to dozens. As you see today, it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day. Typically, they say there would be quite a few more people here than are here today, most likely due to some of those reports that are circulating around. Someone said they talked to their grandson earlier today. Their grandchild asked them how long are they going to have to wait to get back in the water. They said they're really just going to have to wait and see at this point. At this point, though, the big takeaways we heard from the Virginia Department of Health when we talked to them today is keeping kids from drinking that lake water, keeping kids and adults with open wounds or cuts out of the water to avoid contracting any illnesses. And if you're already sick, they're asking you to stay out of the water too. We'll be checking back in with the Virginia Department of Health to make sure we get those water test results back a little bit later this week. Live in Lake Anna, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you. Taking a live look outside at the Kennedy Center, and again, Tosin, no complaints from me. Nice day today.
And like my brother says, this weather is love. Let's send it over to meteorologist David Matson. And honestly, I am just in love with this weather. I'm not even going to lie. It's picture perfect. Low humidity. I'll let you tell it.
I mean, the way you just described it, I've never heard that before. I'm going to have to start using that. Yeah. If I'm allowed to, by the way. We got to ask your brother. All right. There we go. There we go. Well, there we have it, folks. It's already been defined. But no, for real, this weather is almost near perfect out there, folks. We cannot ask for much better for the middle of June. We have temperatures that aren't even in the 80s. We're hanging out in the 70s. We even have a few locations slightly cooler than that. Leesburg, Martinsburg in the upper 60s. It warmed up, but just enough to where it's comfortable. It is not unbearably warm or hot by any means. And again, we have those temperatures along with very low humidity. It's been fantastic. Now, part of the reason our temperatures stayed in the 70s, we've had some cloud cover out there, especially earlier this morning. We still have a mix of sun and clouds as we go about the evening, but the sunshine has certainly been winning out a little bit more so this afternoon. And we're looking at a mostly clear sky as we go into the nights and all the way into your Wednesday morning as well, as we are expecting to see very clear, calm conditions overnight. That will lead to some chillier temperatures as we begin the day tomorrow. But after that, we're talking about a warm-up taking place rapidly. How hot could things get through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. We'll enjoy this weather for now. Well, President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has been found guilty on all 3 felony charges in a federal gun trial. Jurors found him guilty of lying on a mandatory gun purchase form in 2018, saying he was not a drug user and illegally had the gun for 11 days. Hunter faces up to 25 years in prison. Coming up, our national correspondent will have more details on reaction from the president.
A few Arlington neighborhoods are on the lookout for a young black bear looking for a home. People say that they've seen and captured pictures of it in neighborhoods from the River Crest to Bellevue Forest, and Max Marcellus shares advice from the Animal Welfare League and the new video of the young bear.
It's not as rare as you might think, but it's certainly not every day you see this out in the wild. This video from the Cherrydale neighborhood in Arlington shows a black bear simply minding its business, wandering around the wilderness, but near the suburbs. What appears to be the same young male bear was also found here, near the intersection of 37th and 38th in the Rivercrest neighborhood, an extension of nature, so to say. Birds, bushes, trees, gardens, and now a black bear. Here at the Animal Welfare League of Arlington, over the last few days, the phones have been ringing, and on the other side, a couple of times, there have been people with the same sort of story. Hey, I just saw a black bear in my neighborhood. What do I do? Well, they say the first thing to do is to stay back. If you're inside, stay inside. If you're outside, just make sure you keep your distance. Importantly, they're urging no one go and actually search for the bear. But if you do encounter the bear, they say the first step is to call here. From there, they alert the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources and keep tabs on where the bear's adventures lead him.
DWR often are the ones that are actually tracking, the bear's movements, and they're the one who has the data and the statistics. So it's a team effort in that we're all collaborating together.
COO Amy Schindler says the bear is just looking for a new habitat, and there are things we can do to make sure he doesn't think that new home is your home.
Making sure that they keep their dogs on leash, they're securing their trash cans, putting away compost piles, putting away their bird feeders, just so that way it encourages the bears to move on to a better habitat.
Reporting in Arlington, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
And still in Virginia, the Virginia chapter of the NAACP and a group of students are suing the Shenandoah County School Board over a proposal to rename 2 schools after Confederate generals. The lawsuit is in response to the ongoing battle to name Mountain View High and Honey Run Elementary. Those 2 schools were previously named after 2 Confederate generals, but were changed after 2020. However, last month, the school board approved a measure to restore the names. The NAACP argues the names create a discriminatory environment for students.
New this afternoon, Governor Glenn Youngkin crying upset over solar panels said to be installed at the Pentagon in Northern Virginia. And the governor penning a letter to U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin over the potential installation of solar panels. In the letter, the governor says that he's concerned that any potential panels could be tied to China because the program doesn't have any stated requirement that such panels be made in America using American technology. However, the program's requirements tell a different story. According to the Department of Energy's website, the program is affected by an executive order signed by President Biden in 2021 saying that federal agencies shall adhere to the requirements of the Made in America laws in making clean energy and energy efficiency and clean energy procurement decisions.
To Maryland now, where Tacoma Park Police are offering citations to children who are on their best behavior. It's part of their Operation Chill initiative with 7-Eleven, where children can get free Slurpees. DC News Now's Christian Pena covers Montgomery County and has more.
Tacoma Park Police is looking forward to decreasing youth crime in the area, and they're doing so by handing out these free Slurpee tickets to children.
Do a good deed and get a chilling treat.
If we see some kids or children like, hey, what are y'all doing? You want some Slurpee coupons?
Tacoma Park Police is partnering with 7-Eleven to roll out its Operational Chill initiative. If an officer catches a child doing a good act, police will give them a ticket, an Operation Chill citation.
Sometimes we'll hang out at the 7-Eleven as families come in. We'll give out a coupon. Maybe we'll, sit around and chat a little bit, have Slurpees with them.
Data by Montgomery County Police Department shows juvenile arrestees increased by 329% between 2022 and 2023, while juvenile violent crime suspects nearly tripled. But now that school is almost out, Tacoma Park Police are hoping to decrease those numbers.
This is a good, program because, especially during the summer months when crime tends to go up a little bit because schools are out.
The program started in the 90s and is one Lieutenant William calls a great icebreaker.
It's rewarding because it's the good side that the people that don't see it.
Now, if your child is caught doing a good act, such as riding their bike with a helmet on or helping an elderly person cross the road, they could be getting a free Slurpee ticket in return. For now, reporting out of Tacoma Park, Maryland, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
Christian, thank you. The Montgomery County Public Schools Board of Education has approved their next budget.
And DC News Now's Kevon Dupree is in Rockville with why everyone isn't happy about what's included.
The board voted to approve the fiscal year 2025 operating budget, a budget they say is more than $30 million less than they requested. Because of this, programs like the Montgomery Virtual Academy will not be offered next school year.
What you have shown to these students is that you know what love is. You've shown them what love is. You've shown them what it means to dedicate yourself to a cause that matters.
Parents and students gathered outside the Board of Education building, fighting to keep MVA open for next school year.
Now that I'm in the MVA, my grades I've got like honor rolls of A. It really helped me get A's, and there was my awesome teachers.
After being outside for the morning, parents and students went inside to advocate for the program to stay.
What started as a program to protect children from COVID has become a lifeline for students for a variety of reasons.
The board then took a vote on next year's operating budget.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor, raise your hands.
Many MVA supporters devastated with the result.
I'm so baffled by the world we live in. We can give money to all this extra crap, but we can't take care of our own kids. It makes no sense.
I'm very mad. I really struggle in person, so them deciding my future, it's really hard.
MCPS recently said they may have to make teacher cuts because of the budget being short. However, they recently announced that those cuts will no longer be made. Reporting in Rockville, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.